so early, Watson?
What is it, Holmes? Is the house on fire?
No, a young woman is in trouble and needs our help. She is waiting downstairs in the sitting room. I think it might be an interesting case. I thought you would like to follow it from the start.
Good. I will not miss a good story of anything.
Good. I will see you downstairs in a few minutes. Please sit closer to the fire so I can see you are serving. This is my good friend, Dr. Watson. You can trust him completely.
It is not cold that makes me shiver.
What is then?
It is fear, Mr. Holmes. It is terror.
You must not be afraid. We will help you. You came by train, I see.
Yes, but how did you know that, Mr. Holmes?
I can see a return train ticket in your left hand. You must have had a very early start, and yet you had a long drive in a dog cart along muddy roads before you got to the station. There is no mystery. The left arm of your jacket is splashed with mud in 7 places. There is no other carriage that rolls on mud in that way, and the marks are fresh.
You are quite right, Mr. Holmes. I left home before 6 this morning to catch the first train into London. If I do not get help, I will get mad. Mr. Holmes, you need to help me.
Of course I will help you. Now, please tell me why you have come to see me.
I'm not sure what's happening to me. There are no facts that I can be certain of. Just a lot of little things that make me nervous.
Helen is telling how her sister died.
My stepfather was sent to prison for a long time for murder, and when he got out of jail, he returned to England with nothing. While he was in India working as a doctor, he met and married my mother. I am a twin, Mr. Holmes. My sister Julia and I were 2 years old when my mother and Dr. Roylott married. My real father had been killed while I was a baby. He left my mother quite a lot of money. Sadly, she was killed in a railway accident not long after we came back to England. My stepfather inherits the income from my mother's servants for as long as my sister and I live with him. However, if either of us marries, he will cease to receive any money from her will. We will receive it. A terrible change came over my stepfather after my mother's death. We all went to live in a big old house, but instead of being friendly to the neighbors, my stepfather fought with everyone. 2 of the fights were so bad that the police took my stepfather into court. Last week he threw a man off the bridge into the river, and it was only by paying the man's family a lot of money that this case did not end up in the court. His only friends are the gypsies. He lets them camp near the house. Sometimes he goes off with them for a few weeks. He does have one friend in India who sends him animals. At the moment, he has a cheetah and a baboon. But that is not the worst thing, Mr. Holmes. 2 years ago, my sister died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It is about her death that I wish to speak to you. As you may guess, my sister and I had no chance to meet anyone. However, we have an aunt who lives in Harrow. When we were visiting her on a short holiday, my sister met a man with whom she became friendly. It was not long before he asked her to marry him. When we got home, my sister told my stepfather that she was going to get married. He said nothing, but a fortnight before the wedding, a terrible thing happened.
Please try to remember everything about your sister's death.
That's easy, for I can never forget what happened.
This is a very interesting mystery. Please continue your story.
2 years have passed since that terrible night, and I have been very lonely. However, a month ago, a dear friend whom I have known for many years asked me to marry him. His name is Percy Armstrong. When I told my stepfather, I thought he might be angry, but he said nothing. And then the wedding is to be in the spring. 2 days ago, building work was started next to my room. A hole has been made in my bedroom wall, and I had to sleep in my sister's old room, in that very bed in which she died. You can imagine my fear, Mr. Holmes. When last night at about 3 o'clock, I heard a whistle just like the whistle poor Julia heard. I lit the lamp, but saw nothing. I could not get back to sleep, and as soon as it was daylight, I came to see you.
Wow. This is a wise thing to do, but if I am to help you, you must tell me everything.
I have told you everything I know.
Miss Stoner, you have not. You are trying to protect your stepfather.
I don't know what you mean.
Interesting. Oh, interesting.
Your stepfather has been violent with you, hasn't he?
He's very strong. I don't think he knows how strong. He can be a very hard man.
This is a very serious case. We don't have a moment to lose, and there are 1,000 small facts I need to know before I can act. Dr. Watson and I came down to your house today. Would it be possible to look at the sense of the crime? Will you come with me, Watson?
Of course I will. Do you think Miss Stoner's sister was murdered?
I think it's very possible. If we came down by train this early afternoon, could we see the place where your sister died?
Yes, we only have one very old servant, but she does not know what's going on. My stepfather was away for the day, so looking around my house will be no trouble. And I gotta go catch the train, so.
Okay, bye.
See you.
The band, the Speckled Band.
Oh my god! It's not a hat!
What do you make of it, Watson?
Well, Dr. Roylott Olivier has a reason to stop the wedding. If Miss Stoner marries, the money that his wife left goes to her. Nothing.
Correct. But what about the whistle in the night? The canning stopped, and the mysterious words the dining woman used. It was the band, the Speckled Band. What do you make of that?
I have no idea.
Well, when you think about the gypsies and the fact that the metal can could be the iron clock being opened, then we begin to see what might have happened.
But what did the gypsies do?
I don't know yet, Watson.
Perhaps you'll have some ideas when we see the bedrooms.
Of course, Watson. And that is why we are going there.
I have been waiting for you, Dr. Holmes. Dr. Roylott has gone to town, so it will be safe for you to look around the house.
He did visit Mr. Watson and me myself.
He's a very clever man. I never know what he might do next.
Try not to be nervous, Miss Stoner. Now, please show us where your sister died.
This is it. There is not much furniture, as you can see.
This bell rope looks quite new. When was it set in?
It was put in about 2 years ago.
Very strange. The bell rope is fake. It is not connected to anything. It has no purpose. When was this ventilator put in?
The same time when this bell rope put in.
I have never seen anything like this. A ventilator usually brings fresh air from an outside to inside of a house, not from one room to another. This ventilator is fake, like the bell rope. This has to be a reason. I want to see Dr. Royal's room.
Okay.
The fake bell rang for one thing.
Yes, and I know before we left Baker Street that we should find a ventilator.
How? Holmes, that's amazing!
Not really. Helen Stone said her sister could smell Dr. Royal Ruella's secret, so I know there had to be a hole of some sort between the two rooms.
Of course. But how does that help to solve the mystery of her death?
Think, Watson. A failed bed broke at a pointless
It's certainly a strange coincidence.
Nonsense, Watson. It's not a coincidence at all. And did you notice that the bed in the room is fixed to the floor? It cannot be moved. Have you ever seen a bed fixed to the floor like that?
I have them to agree that I have not.
There is a great danger here, Watson. The doctor is a clever man, and he is planning to repeat the fatal dream. We must wait for developments. What? Dr. Rueda is dead. How can it be? It seems the whole thing comes to the light. Now, Miss Stoner can enjoy her ordinary life.
Ha ha ha!